హలో
సార్
వినిపిస్తుందమ్మా అందరికీ?
వినిపిస్తుంది సార్.
ఓకే 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 మీరందరూ మ్యూట్లో పెట్టుకోండి, ఆడియో మ్యూట్లో పెట్టుకోండి అందరూ. ఓకే ఓకే టుడే క్లాసు ఎలక్ట్రోకెమిస్ట్రీ యూనిట్లో అరిహేనస్ థియరీ. సో అరిహేనస్ థియరీ, ఎలక్ట్రోకెమిస్ట్రీకి అరిహేనస్ థియరీకి ఉన్నటువంటి రిలేషన్ ఏంటి, అరిహేనస్ థియరీ ఏం చెప్తుంది, దాని గురించి ఈరోజు డిస్కస్ చేసుకుంటాం. అందరూ కూడా మ్యూట్లో పెట్టుకోండి. ఓకే. సో అకార్డింగ్ టు అరిహేనస్ థియరీ, మీరందరూ కూడా వీడియో ఆపండి. హలో. So according to Arrhenius theory, so this theory is explained by only electrolytic solutions. So in these electrolytic solutions, Arrhenius is a scientist. He put forward he derived the theory by in the year 1884, a compressive theory. So which is known as the series of called as by only electrolytic dissociation or ionic theory. So ionic theory is also called as the electrolytic dissociation theory. This theory will be also called as the Arrhenius theory. So in this one, Arrhenius theory, so what are the main points the Arrhenius will be discussed about only in electrochemistry dealing with Arrhenius theory. An electrolyte which dissolved in water. So any electrolyte. So electrolyte means it is one of the substance. So that substance will be having only either positive charge ions or negative charge ions. Both will be combined together. The substance will be called as only electrolyte. So the type of any electrolyte, example, so sodium chloride or potassium chloride or magnesium chloride. So anyone is also called as the electrolyte. So then electrolyte will be dissolved in water. So any electrolyte will be dissolved in water. So that electrolyte will be breaks up into two parts. So two types of charged particles ions will be converted because of only what? So for example, sodium chloride or potassium chloride. So sodium chloride will be dissociation together. It can be gives rise to only two types of charged particles. So why it is called as charged particles? So for example, so NaCl or KCl will be converted into only K plus and Cl minus. So that means K plus is a one type of charge. So Cl minus is a another type of charge. So that means two types of charges will be there in only electrolyte. So that's why any electrolyte will be dissolved in water. So that electrolyte will be breaks up into only two types of charged particles. So in that one, so one particle it will be carry the positive charge. So another will be only negative charge. So the charged particles will be called as only ions. So why? So that will be called as ions because of only that ions will be having only particular charge. So some will be having only positive charge, some will be having only negative charge. So in that way, like this only, so two type of charges will be there. So positively charged ions will be termed as by only cations, and the negatively charged ions will be called as only anions. So it is a well known. So that means so every positively charged ions it will be termed as by only cations. So that means plus positive charged ions, and negatively charged ions will be called as by only what? So anions it will be having only negative charge, minus charge ions. So another one. So for example, AB is a one type of electrolyte. So this electrolyte is gives rise to only, it breaks up into only two types of charges will be there. So A positive charge plus B minus negative charge. So that means so one is having only one ion will be having positive charge, another ion will be having only negative charge. So it is a general principle. So these principles will be belongs to only any electrolyte. So for example, sodium chloride. So sodium chloride it will be gives rise to only Na plus plus Cl minus. So another one is the K2SO4. So potassium sulfate. So potassium sulfate will be dissolved in water. It will be converted to only two types of charged ions. So K plus ions, SO4, 2 minus ions. So in that way, like this only, any electrolyte will be dissolved in water. So it will give rise to only two types of ions. So one type of ion will be positive charged ions. So that means cations. Another type of ions will be called as only negative charged ions. So that will be called as only anions. So in that way, like this only. So in its modern form, so this theory will be assumed that only solid electrolyte. So solid electrolyte will be also composed of ions which are held together by only electrostatic force of attraction. So in solid electrolytes will be having only electrostatic forces of attraction will be there in between only ions. So that will be also explained by only Arrhenius theory. Another one is when the electrolyte will be dissolved in solvent. So when electrolyte will be dissolved in a particular solvent, so these forces are weakened and electrolyte will be undergoes only dissociation ions. So why? Because of only dissociation. Dissociation means breakup, dissociation, ionizable. So it will be converted into. So in that way like this. So electrolyte will be dissolved in only particular solvent. So that means what? So which electrolyte will be dissolved in which solvent? So that is a very, very important one. So that electrolyte will be completely dissolved in a particular solvent. So that electrolyte will be having only weakened forces will be there. So it will be undergoes weakened forces. So whenever which electrolyte will be having only weakened forces, that electrolyte will be easily undergoes by only dissociation ion. So that is the important one. So that will be also explained by only what Arrhenius theory. So another one is this process of splitting of molecules into ions. An electrolyte is called as by only ionization. So ionization, you know very well known ionization. So ionization means what? Ionizable, splitting up, dissociation. So it will break up. The splitting of molecules into ions of electrolyte. So if you take the any electrolyte, so that will be also splitting of molecules. That molecules will be converted into only what? Ions. So that will be also called as only ionization. So the fraction of total number of molecules present in this solution as ions is known as by only degree of ionization or degree of dissociation. So degree of ionization or degree of dissociation. So which is called as by only what? The fraction of total number of molecules present in the solution as ions is called as by only degree of ionization or degree of dissociation. So it will be also denoted by only what? So it will be represented by only alpha is gives rise to only number of molecules dissociation to ions by total number of molecules, molecule. So that is the degree of ionization or degree of dissociation. So it has been observed that all electrolytes do not ionize at the same extent. So if you take the any electrolyte, so only some electrolyte will be only belongs to only this type of degree of ionization. So but all electrolytes do not ionized to the same extent. So in some of some more of almost completely ionizable and where other will be freely ionizable, and the degree of ionization depends on the number of fractions. So in that way like this only. So number of it will be having only degree of ionization depends upon only number of factors. So it will be completely any ionizable degree of dissociation will be depending upon only the number of factors. So ions are present in the solution. It will be constantly re-rotated to form the neutral molecules. So ions are present in the solution. So any solution constantly in the rotating to form the neutral molecules, and there is a state of dynamic equilibrium in between only ionized and non-ionized molecule. So in the previous, the example AB is gives rise to A positive charged ions and negative charged ions. So it is the very important point in the Arrhenius theorem. So this theory will be also it obey the law of mass action. So by applying the law of mass action, the above equilibrium, so the concentration of A positive ion and the concentration of B positive ion by AB concentration is gives rise to K. So it is called as only what? Law of mass action. So this law of mass action will be applicable by only what? Arrhenius theory. So K is known as only ionization constant. So ionization, degree of ionization or degree of dissociation will be applicable by only what? Law of mass action. The K is called as by only what? Ionization constant. So the electrolyte having only high value of K are termed as by only strong electrolytes, and those having only low value K is the weak electrolyte. So whenever which electrolyte will be having only high value of K will be called as only strong electrolyte, and those will be having only K value will be only weak, so that will be called as only what? Weak electrolyte. So this will be also explained by only what? Marianus theory. So then when electrolyte, so when the electric current is passed through an electrolytic solution. So previously we discussed about only, so electrolyte will be dissolved in water, it will be converted into the molecules, that molecules will be having ions, that ions will be having only two types of charges, positive charge and negative charge. So that we electrolytic will be, solution will be applicable to only, it will be obey the ionization, dissociation of ionization. So in the previous, in the same way, when electric current is passed through the electrolytic solution, the positive ions means what? Cations moves towards only cathode, and the negative ions will be called as only one ion ions. It moves towards only anode. So it gets only discharged. So electrolyte is occur. So the ions are discharged always in the equivalent amount. So no matter which their relative speed are. So it will be also explained by only what? Arrhenius theory. So the electrolytic solution is always neutral. So in nature, as the total charge on one set of ion is always equal to the total charge on the other set of ions. However, it is not necessary that the number of two sets of ions must be equal always. So that will be also explained by only what? Arrhenius theory. So in the below the table will be there. So in the same way, NaCl is gives rise to Na plus Cl minus. So BaCl2 is gives rise to Ba plus and 2Cl minus. So in that way, this only it will also having only charged ions. So it is a cathode charge and a negative anode. So another one. So then it will be also explained by only some of the properties of Arrhenius theory. So the properties of electrolyte in solution, the properties of ions are present in the solution. So the properties of electrolytes in the solution are the properties of ions present in the solution. For example, in acid solution, so that means acidic solution, it always containing the H plus ions. So while in case of basic solution, it will be containing only OH minus ions. So it is well known because of only any acid solution means it is having only positive ions. So which solution will be having the more positive H plus ions, so that will be called as only strong acid. So in the same way, so which solution is having only more OH minus ions, that will be belongs to only what? Strong basic solution. So in that way like this, so any acidic solution, it always containing the H plus ions, while the basic solution containing only what? OH minus ions. So characteristic properties of solutions are those H plus ions and OH minus ions are respectively. So that is the electrolyte. It is a general principle. So general property of any electrolyte. So it will be also explained by only what? Electrolytic theory. So then the ions act like molecules towards depressing of freezing point, elevation in the boiling point, lowering vapor pressure, and establishing of osmotic pressure. So these ions will be also act like molecules towards the depression freezing point, elevation boiling point, lowering of vapor pressure, and osmotic pressure. So these properties will be also having the electrolyte. So electrolyte. So it will be also another property. So then the conductivity of electrolyte. So the conductivity of electrolytic solution depends upon the nature and number of ions in the current is carried through solution by the movement of ions. So it will be also another property because of only the conductive means you can pass the electricity through only electrolytic solution. It will be depending upon only the nature of electrolyte. In the same way, the number of ions will be current carried through the solution by the movement of ion will be also another property of Arrhenius theory. So then So what are the limitations of Arrhenius theory? What are the limitations? So some of the limitations will be also explained by only Arrhenius theory. So Ostwald dilution law, which is based by only Arrhenius theory, is not applicable to only strong electrolyte. So it is also one of the limitation of Arrhenius theory. So Ostwald theory will be formed by only according to Arrhenius theory. But this theory is not applicable to only strong electrolyte. So this theory will be always applicable to only weak electrolyte, weak electrolyte. So then strong electrolytes conduct to electricity in fused state because of only in absence of water, in absence of water. So this is in contradiction of Arrhenius theory, according to which the presence of solvent is the must for ionization. So another one is the Arrhenius theory assumed in independent existence of ions, but fails to account for the factors which influence of the ions. So it will be also another type of limitation of Arrhenius theory. So then, so factors predicting only degree of ionization. What are the factors will be pertaining to degree of ionization? Some of the factors will be only pertaining the degree of ionization. One is the nature of solvents, nature of solute and dilution and temperature. So which will be only one by one we discussed about. So the degree of ionization of any electrolyte in the solution depends upon only the following factors. So first one is the nature of solute. So when the ionizable part of molecule of substances are held by covalent bonding, then by only covalent bonding is less ions are furnished in the solution. Such substances are termed in a weak electrolyte. So that weak electrolyte is called as only H2S, hydrogen sulfide, hydrogen cyanide, ammonium hydroxide, acetic acid are the example of this class. At the same way, sodium chloride, barium nitride, potassium hydroxide are the strong electrolyte. So two types of electrolytes will be given. So in which the transfer of electrons seems to be more or less is complete. So for which the ions immediately when it will be dissolved, strong electrolytes are mostly completely ionizable solution. So that's way. So this theory will be also depending upon only nature of a solute, In the another property factor, nature of a solvent. So the main function of solvent is to weaken the electrostatic force of attraction between the two ions and separate them. The force of attraction held by ions together in any medium. So medium means in acidic medium or basic medium is expressed by only F equal to 1 by concentration of Q1 Q2 by R square, where K is the electrostatic constant of a medium. So that is the nature of a solvent. So then any solvent which is the high value of dielectric constant has the capacity of separating the ions. So what is considered to be the best solvent is it has the highest electrostatic constant. So the dielectric constant of the sum of the solvents are given below at only 25 degrees centigrade is the room temperature. So in the given by only different types of solvents. So water is one solvent, methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, acetone. So these are also called as the solvent. So water is having only electrical point is 81, methyl alcohol electrical point is 35, ethyl alcohol electrical point will be 27, acetone electrical point will be 21. So it is will be also a solvent. So then dilution. So dilution is the another property. So the extension of ionization of electrolyte is inversely proportional to the concentration of solution. So ionization of any electrolyte will be inversely proportional to the concentration of its solution. So thus the degree of ionization will be increased. So the degree of ionization will be increased with increase of dilution of the solution. So decreasing the concentration of the solution, automatically the concentration will be decreased. So ionization will be increased means automatically the dilution will be also increases. At that time, the concentration will be only decreased. So that's why dilution will be also pertaining to the ionization of the solution. So another property, last one is the temperature. So the temperature is the another perturbating property. So the degree of ionization will be increased with increasing temperature. So whenever the temperature will be increases, automatically the ionization will be also increased. So this is due to only the fact that only higher temperature molecules is having only the speed of ions will be increased, which is overcome process of the attraction in between only ion. So that will be only another property. So that's why in that way like this only factors spread in the, so any degree of ionization will be having only 4 types of factors. So the nature of solute and nature of solvents and dilution and temperature. So in that way like this only Arrhenius theory will be explained by only this type of ionization will be dissociation of ionization. So that is the very important one అన్నమాట. సో అదే కాబట్టి అరిహేనియస్ థియరీ ఏం చెప్తుందంటే మీకు అరిహేనియస్ థియరీ అంటే ఏంటి, అరిహేనియస్ థియరీ యొక్క మెయిన్ పాయింట్స్ ఏంటి, అరిహేనియస్ థియరీ యొక్క లిమిటేషన్స్ ఏంటి, అరిహేనియస్ థియరీ స్ట్రాంగ్ ఎలక్ట్రోలైట్లో వాటి యొక్క ఎలాంటి ప్రాపర్టీస్ అనేది మనకు వివరిస్తుంది. సో ఇదంతా కూడా వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ 10 మార్క్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్ మనకు ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్లో వస్తుంది. కాబట్టి ఏంటంటే మీకు మొత్తం కూడా ఇప్పుడు నేను కంప్లీట్గా దీనంతా ఇంగ్లీష్లోనే మీకు చెప్పాను. బట్ ఏంటంటే మీకు తెలుగులో కావాలంటే తర్వాత నేను మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. ఎందుకంటే ఇది యూట్యూబ్లో అప్లోడ్ చేయాలా, అర్థమవుతుందా? అందువల్ల ఏంటంటే